In progress. Good morning.
Hello.
Um, Hi, welcome. If you are coming from episode 1, hey, this is episode 2, part 2.
We're back.
If you're just in your regular stream of listening to us, hi. This is going to be part 2 of heated rivalry, discourse, opinions, etc. So,
hmm
spoilers for the books, spoilers for the TV show, and adult content warning.
I was, it's like there's no more spoilers besides that, but
Um,
yes.
we're good. I think that's the
Yeah.
okay.
I think that's everything. We're good. Yeah.
What's going on with Luke and the
Is
Devils?
Pauline retiring soon?
What book is that?
Did you see the new Kraken jersey?
Three-peat?
Was that the goal of the year?
16 million?
Who's gonna win the Norris
The Isles are
Trophy?
having fun again?
Did you read the new Elsie Silver novel?
Will the Sabres ever make the
Did anyone
playoffs?
beat Ovi's record?
Give me a new book rec.
Who got traded?
Will Matthews bounce
Did
back?
Tampa get back on top?
This is Read Between the Blue Lines,
A hockey podcast.
where our brains are filled with endless stat lines
Rosters.
and a list of books to read,
Tune in every Monday for a deep dive in the game you love.
and the books we can't shut up about. I'm Kenz. That's Bree. This is Read
Hey.
Between the Blue Lines, a hockey podcast, except we are
Woo-hoo.
gonna half talk about hockey and not
We're
really.
talking about fictional hockey today.
Yeah, except
That's
it's not a lot of hockey.
no,
Actually,
but it's still fictional.
we will get kind of in the weeds with something hockey related, but in episode 5, but
Okay,
or
we'll get
episode
there.
4. What episode is it in? It's in episode 5.
Okay.
Um, I have something like stuck in the back of my
That's not
throat,
fun.
and it has been pissing me off all morning.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. If
Mhm.
you are just in your regular stream of listening to us, though, we do have an episode on episodes 1, 2, and 3. It is in fact like 2 hours long. But I've been
We
told
yapped
it's
a
a fun
lot
episode to listen to.
about
Did
it.
I tell you one of our mutual friends? I was like, "Hey, did you listen to the episode yet?" Because I like wanted to ask about how I handled one of the things. Um,
Yeah.
and in response, she listened to it and sent me her play-by-play.
I love when people do that.
It's
My favorite thing ever.
so I
Thank
woke
you
up,
so
I
much.
like logged on, and I was like, "Why do I have 30 Twitter messages?" All from her.
Like, hey.
Love it.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Episode 4 is called Rose.
Yes.
If you guys don't know what happens in that episode.
We meet a new character
We do.
for the first time.
I wish she got more in the show. Like I think that's like one of my
Yeah.
complaints is that I
She's
not that
there,
I
but
think
not
she
really there.
yeah, like I don't know how she would have been introduced earlier. Like either like we saw her like on screen in a movie type of thing and like she was already
Yeah.
like a character in the universe.
Like you're aware of her. Yeah, that
Or
makes
like
sense.
you're aware that Shane is a fan of her type of thing.
Yeah.
But before we get there,
Yes.
the edit to open season 4, not season 4, episode
Episode
4.
4.
So good.
Um, quite literally jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
Like the I don't even know how to like whoever's idea that was, and who which I'm assuming is Jacob Tierney because you're running the show. Literally amazing. Like
Scrumptious.
yes,
Good.
like it was I think I watched this one late because I was at work, so I was watching them like as they were dropping.
Yeah.
So I got home I think at like 2 in the morning because I was working late and I watched it anyway. So I knew somebody had like said something about the opening was like crazy. And I was like, what could possibly? I pressed play and I found out immediately what they were talking about because that was, yeah, literally wild. But so, I don't even want to say good.
I have like specific
It was
notes
just,
on the edit too.
do you really?
I do.
Okay.
Song choice, immaculate. Like all of
Yeah,
the needle
all of
drops in
them.
this show are fantastic.
So good.
Um, so we go through like 3 summers in this edit, right?
Yes. It's very
And
time condensed.
I love the difference in the first summer between how Shane is monitoring himself, his body. He's trying to progress his career, doing a bunch of commercials. Ilya
hmm
is drinking, 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 smoking, fucking, drinking, and more
Yes.
drinking.
This is
And
very
then
much the two of them, like
like their
who they
personalities,
are.
right?
Yeah.
And then Shane wins the cup.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
But I will say before we get there,
Pause.
um,
Morty.
hi Morty. He's the only person allowed. He's not a person. He's the only living being that's allowed to interrupt the podcast without me getting mad.
Let's go.
That's not true. I
Real
wouldn't get
beauty.
mad at anyone in Brianna's family. I'd get mad at my family. Hi, Morty.
Morty.
Hey, baby. But
Okay.
Morty can interrupt the podcast
All
whenever
right.
he wants, guys. Just in case you were wondering. He can do whatever he wants. I do not care.
Okay, sorry. Problem crisis averted. Cats are like children, I've learned. Not that I have children, but anyway,
So
the
sorry,
cup.
before we get to Shane winning the cup, the boards to the couch that like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
oh, I
It was so
that
like,
altered my brain chemistry.
yeah, the cut.
I think
Yeah,
that right there is one of the best like creative decisions I've seen in a TV show
yeah,
like ever.
yeah.
Ugh. Um, and
I
I said
literally don't
it's
have words.
diabolical. Like that's what I wrote it
Yeah,
as. But so that okay, so
that's
then
such a good
Shane
way.
wins the cup, right? And we see their text of like where so now Ilya's texting of like have a boring summer.
Yes,
And we see Shane doing the same thing he was doing the first summer. Ilya is doing the same thing, but a little less debauchery. Like
yeah,
he's toning down the drinking. He's still going out and partying, but it's not we still
as
see him
full
drinking, but it's
blown.
not as much.
Yeah.
Ilya wins the cup again.
Mm-hmm.
Not Ilya, Shane. Sorry. Shane
So
wins the
yeah.
cup again. Then we see the summer after, and
Wait,
they're
pause. When we see Shane win the cup, the is this the one where we see Ilya on the couch when he's watching the whole smile?
that's the first one, I
Is that
think.
okay?
That's the first
That
cup.
was the though that was the parallel I loved so much of the one when we saw Shane
Shane watching Ilya,
when
yeah.
he was watching Ilya win it, and then Ilya had that same like I don't know the word of the emotion, but like oh my God he did it, and he's like emotional himself
But
while
he's
like being so
alone, so it's like
yeah,
okay for him to have that reaction. Then when
but it
he's
was
what would,
still yes. It's
but then
just
when he's
one
with
of those
his
things where I was
friends,
like, oh, I was like, that this is the same, like they're feeling the same way and they
yeah.
don't even like, realize it. And it's just, yes. But yes, the one with his friend, yes, we'll get there.
So then, yes, the one with his friends when he's watching, he's like, "That should have been me,"
Yeah.
and it's really funny, and I
He's
think like such
hilarious.
good, yeah. But then we get to the summer after that, right? And we see them both like texting each other a lot or like rereading text messages, pining for each other.
Yes.
But what we don't see is Ilya drinking. We see
Hmm.
Ilya stepping up and taking care of his dad, having more family problems, and we see him in a bar at a party, but he's
Yeah.
just scrolling and rereading his text messages with Shane. He is not drinking, he is not entertaining women, and I think that it's like very subtle because like he's still in a bar, but like the progression of like drink, 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 shots,
Yeah.
shots, shots, shots to like less shots
To
to
be like
no
a little,
shots.
hmm
And is it because he misses Shane or is it because he wants the cup? And I think it's like a little bit of both.
yeah.
But
Or like it's being played off as one when it's really the other.
yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that it was so good. And also, they are both so down bad.
Hmm.
Like also the way that the texting is done, especially like in this episode. And is it just this episode? Yes.
Yeah. I don't think there's much of it in five.
Yeah, it like it's done so well.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay.
That's
So,
the one of my favorite parts of the whole thing, how they did the texting.
yes.
And it's very again, it's still evident here, so it was it's very well done.
So now we're like in the present again, right? Okay, so the problem here is that I have 2 pages of notes that I don't know the timelines of either of them. And
Okay,
whoopsies. Okay.
we'll see where they come up.
I also so happy for Shane to go back to back. Like that's so fun for
I
him.
know.
My next
I wish
note,
in this one, sorry, pause. I wish in the book I also don't remember when they told us, but they tell us at one point who has more. I think Ilya has three opposed to Shane's back to back.
I think so.
I think.
But
And
we
I
only
feel like
see Ilya win once in this one.
yeah, and I feel like in this show I'm like I need you to tell me how many times they've won it because I feel like I'm losing count. But also
Yeah.
like it'd be fun to just know that like oh like one of them still has a leg up on the other and that's why they're still like whatever.
But I
Um
think that's also
but
why like we're hockey fans, so we care more about that versus
I'm like
like,
I need to know how
you know
many
what I
cups
mean?
each of them won. Like I don't care about anything else. No, that is very real. But it's one of those things where I was like I remember them mentioning it in the book and I was like, wait, I kind of want to know what where
Yeah.
official count is up to. Like where are we at? So anyway, yeah.
My next note is quite literally Hayden, get off of her.
I love we've said this before. I love Hayden.
Yeah, he's great.
He's iconic, but
Um, this
it's
is
so
not the
funny.
place for Hayden slander nor episode 3
No.
slander. Um, so please leave. Also, his kids being hallucinations is cracking. It cracks me up
No.
because, like, I
When they're
get
like
well, like
running
budget
around.
wise, but it's so funny. So,
Oh, I know. There's like they only got like the baby.
yeah.
That's like all that's all they could get. Which it worked out enough.
Sorry, I really should have like put timestamps because I don't know what's happening. So if this is like out of order, I'm so sorry. The cottage commercial, LOL. I think that it was
The
done so
little
like true to the books and
yeah,
so good.
it's so
So good.
funny. I'm glad they like include that 'cause I feel like it's one of those things that you could like leave out and it'd be fine. But it ends up being so good. So yeah, it was very well done.
Yeah.
Also, I had to laugh at like the whole yoga scene. I was like, this is hilarious. Like, I'm so sorry I'm laughing. I
No, I was
had to
cracking up the
laugh.
whole time.
I was like, this I can't take it seriously. Like if a real could you imagine watching a documentary on a real NHLer doing that? I would still be laughing. A little. We don't have one. Don't say
Yes,
we
we
have
do.
and if when?
Not like
Have
yoga,
I
but like
missed it?
no, but like the entirety of like the Face Off show. I was like laughing at
Well,
all their
yeah.
little like
Okay, that's
everything.
yes. That's a good point.
Sorry, I feel like my eyes are very puffy
You're fine.
and I'm yawning and there's something it's like
We're all having a time.
yeah. Um, they are so cute. Oh my God, just be in love. Like, just let it
Yeah.
happen.
Mhm.
Um, Also, I love that Buffalo sucks in this universe too. Although I do find it
Wait,
really funny that the episode came out and then Buffalo went on
and then
like a heater
yes. Also, this is
in real life.
when we'll get to it too. This is the part when they're like sitting on the couch after everything when we get there. But I said this to Ken's already, and I said it when I watched the episode where Ilya asks Shane like, "Where are your favorite road cities?" Which is a very normal question to ask, like
Yeah.
in a hockey
Yeah.
way. And he lists off all of these, most of them are Canadian cities, and he says Winnipeg. And I for real paused the show and I said, that is the most unreal hockey thing ever because nobody likes going to Winnipeg. Nobody wants to go to Winnipeg for like even a trip. So I'm like, that it made me laugh because I was like, that's not no. It's like that's not when we say. But yeah, Buffalo catching strays and then being like, actually, um,
I
it's really funny.
I did write down, do we think that Ilya thriving in like hatred is a trauma response?
Yeah.
Okay, glad we
Cause like
agree.
all he's ever known. So like what else is he supposed to
I know, but I like clocked it. I was like,
That's a
"Mm,
good pickup.
baby.
I know it makes me really sad. Um, but like that's the only environment I feel like he's ever had to like adjust to, so he doesn't know any better,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I we do have to go back to when they're in the bedroom real
Yes.
quick. Sorry. I saw on Twitter
Yes.
someone say that the painting in Ilya's bedroom mirrors the last scene of the show when they're in the
Yes.
car. And I
Yeah.
want to know if that was intentional. Jacob, please tell me if that was intentional.
Yeah. There's another one I think in this episode, the
There where like it's like the face
big
off.
one behind the couch.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like the cover.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's intentional either, and I don't. A lot of people are like, "You're looking too much into little things." I'm like, "But what if it is intentional?"
Um, no, I
Also,
think that that's like the point of media sometimes is like
yes,
the little things or supposed to be noticed.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't intentional, then fantastic job. Like
Yeah, it
either
works
way, I think
out.
that it's great.
Yeah. Other part of this is that I think it's so funny that Ilya lives in Boston, but somehow has like a mansion,
Yeah.
which like that's not in Boston, bud. No
No.
way.
He
You're outside of
definitely,
Boston
yeah,
somewhere.
he's like in the
Like,
suburbs, maybe. Mm.
yes. Also, I love how both of them have like the whole purpose of them hiding together, but like every place they are always has gigantic windows
Yeah.
and like multiple gigantic windows, which I
I mean,
just
I
think
have to
is
assume that Ilya has like some kind of security system at like his private
well, yes.
residence, but
Also, the Shane knocking on the wall or whatever before he realizes it's not the door. So funny. I just like I can't.
speaking of Boston,
Mhm.
I'm mad at them right now. Um, my cousin was at the game yesterday, and I want to text him and be like, "Did it get boring after like the 10th goal? Or like not the 10th goal, like
Yeah.
after like the 5th goal? Did it get boring?
A
Were
little.
you bored? Was it boring going, woo?" For
True.
those of you who don't know, the Rangers lost 10-2 to the Boston Bruins yesterday
I will say,
in real
relating
life,
that to
and
this, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Ilya totally bodied Scott
yeah,
Hunter
it was really
yesterday," and I was
funny.
like, "You know what? Yeah."
That part was funny. The actual real life
No.
watching the Rangers
Yes.
crumble in real time, horrendous.
I'm very glad I didn't watch it,
I
but
listened to the first period on my drive to Connecticut, but I didn't like watch it. Also, they're both so fantastic with their micro expressions and the way that they control
yeah,
their faces, their eyes, their eyebrows, their like little nose twitches, their jaws. It just
it's like literally insane.
everything is so intentional and so well
Let me
done, and
just
it just
open up the award cabinet. Let me just start handing them out, which
all
I
of
know
them.
is
Give them
yeah,
all of
like every
them.
single one. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Let's
Um, okay, back to the couch.
yeah.
Ilya, get your hand out of your pants.
Wait, pause. Before
Also,
this,
yes.
Ilya asking Shane to stay was such a I feel like I know we kind of knew it was coming, but like my heart was like, "Oh,"
You're right. You're
like
right.
actually
You're right.
asking what he I know, yeah.
Right.
Um so yeah, that was my of course it kind of whatever it might go downhill when we get there obviously, but
Yeah.
it was so nice where he was just like, "No, you should stay." And I was like,
Yeah.
so yes. Also correct on that last note. Cuz
I
I
was
also
like,
I was like
I'm like, I'm like, I know that that's like a man thing to do,
it
apparently, just like
is.
have your hand in your pants, but
Which also like why?
while
If
you
you're
are
can someone explain that to
actively
me?
while you're actively trying to make Shane jealous, you're so mean. You're so
Yeah,
mean.
he's doing it on purpose. He knows what he's doing.
I want to say we talked about it in the first, like our first episode, but it isn't really mentioned in the show that Ilya's like a car guy,
Yeah.
except for the one mention of like he does say that Svetlana is like selling nice cars.
Yes.
Um, and Shane says that's not English. Oh, and Shane's like, "Oh, like that's perfect for you then." And so I think that's like their like
They're tying.
allusion to him
Yeah,
being a
there's
car
another
guy.
one in episode 6, which I feel like kind of makes it more obvious, but like if you were not aware of it,
But that one just feels more
you
like
could
a
just
dig
like,
at Shane for being
mm,
boring as opposed to
true.
Ilya like really liking cars.
Yeah.
And then I
To
went
tune
baby
him out.
Ilya, too much trauma.
Yeah.
Shane just absolutely fucking melting into him is
I know.
and I said this in the first episode too, but like I love when queer love stories just like let people
Be
be in
happy.
love and be
Yeah.
happy, and it just it was so nice and so good and it felt so
I know. It's like that warm fuzzy. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
yeah. Um, it's the first time they call each other by their first name.
Yeah. Yes. That moment in the book had me literally screaming.
I will say I think
So,
it felt more impactful in the book than it did in the show.
yes, I
But
also I did not rewatch this episode yet, so I don't actually know if that's how it went, but I know people said, and or I read something, um, that they like Connor and Hudson were too into it and like it was going so well they didn't want to interrupt the scene. So when neither of them actually said it, so they had to like dub them saying it in over that whole scene like at a moment. And I didn't even realize it happened that way, but they didn't want to like stop the scene and be like, "Sorry guys, you got to start over because you didn't do it." So apparently that's what happened. I didn't notice
I'd have
it.
to rewatch it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but I was also like, how funny is it? They were like, it was going so well, I didn't want to interrupt it to be like, you should be doing it this way.
Listen, sometimes
Um,
actors like
I
they
know.
have such a good chemistry together.
Honestly, though, I was gonna say like if
Mhm.
I was so locked in on that scene in general because of how again how well it was going
Yeah.
that I almost kind of forgot that was a scene where that happened because I was like, oh my God, like whatever. I just think it's so funny that they were like, we can't stop them from having like a really good take to refix it. So that's apparently how they did it. I actually did not notice. But it
That
did feel like a way bigger moment in the book because I felt like there's probably more lead up, but yeah.
I think it felt I think also like we obviously are seeing I think more because we have like the skip plot line in
Yeah.
episode 3 and we're getting like more of like Svetlana and Rose in the show. I think that we see them humanized a bit more
Mhm.
in the show, whereas in the books it's very much like all hockey, all last
Yeah.
names, or like for the most part. And I think when we get there, it's more of like, oh. Also, I think that seeing it
Way
like
bigger.
written can like hit
Yes.
you, like you're reading a different name for the first time.
Yeah.
Um, the way that this whole like in Ilya's house in Boston thing was done. Okay.
I don't know where
So
you're going with it. So.
episodes 1 and 2, I know that I've heard a lot of like other media, other podcasts, other fans of the show be like episodes 1 and 2 are kind of like glorified porn, which, yeah.
Yeah, but like
Like there's a lot more sex in episodes 1 and 2,
yes.
where once we
But
get
it's
to like
also
four,
the
five, and
conversation
six,
about like other shows are the same way.
no,
But
there's a point that I'm making.
oh,
Episodes
okay.
1 and 2 feel like they feel very
Yeah,
buzzy.
because
Like
they're
every
hooking
time
up.
they hook up, it's
Yeah.
buzzy. They're hooking up. There's a lot of it. Once we get to episode 4
Oh wait, I think I know where you're going.
and we get past that first montage, this sex feels more intentional.
I was
It
having a
feels more
conversation.
impactful. And I feel like it shows the
Yeah.
progression of their relationship from, like, I think that it's a very interesting way of using sex in a TV
No, it's
show
actually a
to
timeline.
push a narrative.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's I was talking to somebody at work how they were like, "Oh my God, it's like really like
The fact that
they
you're
use
talking
the
about
word
this at work
raunchy."
is insane.
Yeah, I know, it's so funny. I have my like I'm known for three things at work now. Taylor Swift, Lando, and this, which
It's a
I
good
don't know if it's a
list.
very good three things to be known for. Um, but they were like they had used the word raunchy. They're like the first two episodes were like really raunchy
Yeah.
and like and I was like, yeah. And then he was like, yeah, but after you get past like it ends up kind of like was not subtly. Yeah, subtly ends up shifting and
Yeah.
by the time you get to episode 6, it's like almost like that those moments are almost non-existent. And I
Like
was like, yeah,
there's
but that's kind of the point because like that's showing how their relationship develops and like that's not the main focus for them anymore like the further it goes. And I was like,
so
that's the whole
that's
point.
what I'm trying to get at. Also, especially because like every other time we see them like meet up together, they are on each
Yeah.
other.
And now it's
Like,
kind of becoming like, oh, we're gonna talk and we're hanging out and there's
we're gonna
like,
talk, we're gonna joke, we're gonna talk about
yeah,
real
like real
estate,
things are
and
happening.
we're gonna sit on the couch and cuddle. And like,
Mhm.
it is, I think, such a good representation of like where we started versus where we're at. And
Yeah.
then the show does, not that the show gets any less sexy or any less buzzy,
No.
but the
But it's
way
just
that
different.
sex is used is more intentional, which is,
Yes.
I think, the same in their relationship of
Mm-hmm.
this is a more intentional thing. And then especially once we add the rose of it all in, it
Yeah.
you needed to sit with the weight of what happened in Boston
Yep.
and see Shane's,
Freak out.
not that he like there's no but
No. But
there's
he's like it's like a realization where he's like,
it sets
oh,
in.
yeah.
And I think not only is it setting in for him that this is he's in love with Ilya,
I would say getting too real.
but
Yeah.
it's also that he's gay. And I think that he's realizing he can't fight it anymore. Like he has
Yeah.
to just be gay and not be bisexual or queer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the oh, let me go try to fuck Rose Landry type of, not that he's only fucking her, but like
No. But the mindset where he's like, oh, this will be like how I fix everything, quote unquote.
yes. And
Um,
also, you could have
it
hooked up
goes
with
hand in
any
hand with that.
girl.
Yeah.
You intentionally chose to hook up with someone that you like knew the public was going to grasp
Yeah.
onto. And so I, sorry, before we get there, but like I just think that like this whole episode is very well done to show like because even going from the beginning of the episode with
Yep.
the like
The
montage of
cuts.
sex
Yeah.
scenes and the cuts and everything to the end of the episode with the insane eye contact, which I have other things to say about that when
Yeah.
we get there,
Well, we'll get there.
of like them not fucking other people because Ilya's fucking himself. But like
No, but I know what you
the
mean.
it's just it's such an interesting
It
like
frames
this is
it.
yeah, and it's so
Yeah.
good. So okay, Shane immediately freaking out is like so the way that Hudson does that is great.
Yeah.
How
Also, I love
long?
that Ilya when he's on the couch being like the way he says Hollander there like multiple times.
Yeah.
And there's like somebody made a point that he's like trying to like salvage the situation and then being like, no, no, it's fine. But I giggled a little when he was just like the hand. He was like Hollander. I was like, no, no, it's fine.
But also going back to using last names.
Oh yeah,
How
because
long do
again,
we think
they're
that,
both like, oh,
yeah. How
hmm,
long do we think that Ilya sat there on that couch and was trying to figure out what the fuck he did wrong?
stop.
But like how long
I
do you
know
think that that
probably
man just sat there and was like,
yeah, because he has no idea. Like
I don't know what I did. I don't know how to fix it.
that's actually so upsetting.
And
I
then
don't want to think
so
about
then
it.
from Ilya's perspective, going from that's the last time you talk to Shane to he's in the
Yeah,
tablets with a woman.
mm-hmm, yeah.
Just like stab me in the
Just
heart.
take my heart out of my body,
Oh
honestly.
my God.
So true.
Um, but then I also love that you see Shane like freaking out in Ilya's room or in Ilya's house.
Yeah.
And then the next time we see Shane is he is trying so hard to hold on to his routine and
Mm-hmm.
to like self-regulate and make himself feel better about like he feels like he's losing control in his
Which is
relationship. And
yeah,
also I think that coming to terms with being queer can feel very like spy like you're not because it's not a choice and you're not in
yeah.
control of that choice and feeling like you have to have some kind of control over that choice is like soul crushing.
Mm,
So him desperately trying to hold on to like what he can control and everyone like because now it's all of his friends are poking and prodding and trying to get to
yeah.
him and trying to fuck up his routine. Um and then you see him like, yeah, I'll have a beer. Yeah, I'll go dancing. Yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
do all and it's like you fully just see this complete
But
spiral
yeah.
through his actions. And I think that it, again, so well done by Hudson, so well done by all of the screenwriters, so well done
Mm-hmm,
by
hmm.
Jacob. Like, it is
Also,
a fucking masterpiece of like an autistic breakdown that has happening
yeah.
like over time.
Um, the whole point, which we did kind of skip over tuna melt. I actually hate tuna. I'm so sorry. I cannot
So,
imagine eating that and then being like, wow, let's
I like tuna
go.
melt, so I'm gonna,
Do you really?
yeah.
I'm
I
not,
mean, I haven't
I'm
had one in
really
a
weird
while,
with
but
fish.
that's
I like
valid.
really, it's anyway. That's why I forgot to mention too, the whole part where, um, in the scene when they're on the couch when Ilya spits in Shane's hand, I was like, you just ate something that's anyway. That was hot, but I was immediately my brain was like, you just guys eat it just ate fish. Um, where's that going? Oh, the going back the tuna melts is important part of this because every time it leads up to the bar too, but when or the club, every time Shane asks for a ginger ale in this episode, nobody has it and or it's not available until Ilya he gets to Ilya's house and Ilya purposely had it like
Is it
chilled and
cold
cold for
enough? Like,
him. Yeah, like he knew he was gonna like it or he likes it, so he purposely had it. And that's significant enough too that like Shane can't find what he's looking for anywhere else, but Ilya has it, and I was like, um,
no, it's
anyway,
good.
yeah, you said the beer, and I was like, oh wait, because he asked. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, guys. I had to address something off pod real quick.
Bruce just
We're
yell.
back.
Ken's
Uh,
just yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you. I just,
No,
um, yeah. Oh, did you see you? So you saw the cut interview with Hudson where he did like his skincare routine.
yeah,
Did you see the follow up to that where he was like, "It's a PSA for ADHD
ADHD
medication?"
medication. Yes, I was
And I
like,
was like, "I love you."
be self-aware,
Yeah.
correct, but also that's me.
Me,
So like,
yeah.
I get it.
Um, you said that was funny.
Hmm.
Where are we?
Rose, the
Yeah.
club, because Ilya doesn't see him. Yeah, I think.
No, we have to meet Rose first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Um,
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking bar and club, same thing. They're not the same thing.
no, we're going to the bar
Yeah.
first.
There's too many. There's two different.
I am so sorry. I don't know if it was the acting. I don't know if it's their faces. I don't know if this was intentional. Nothing about that scene gave me, you two should kiss right now.
That's probably the point.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I watched it multiple times now and gone, you guys should just be besties.
I would say they're giving like best friends immediately, which
Yeah.
ends up panning out how it is, but there's no like tension is the wrong word.
No, but no, there's
There's no
not.
spark.
There's no
Like
spark, there's no
they're just like,
tension.
okay.
It's just
But
it's
this is again
there.
like Shane just trying to make it like force a reality on himself, or at least you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like that's I feel like that serves that point very well.
Yeah. Um, okay, before we get to the club, the when Shane's in the locker room when they're about to go play Boston and he gets a text on his phone and
Oh
his
yeah.
face lights up a little bit, but just a little bit.
Hmm.
And then he sees his phone and the like very microscopic change in his face to show the disappointment,
Yeah.
even though no one's around. Like he could look fully disappointed if he wanted to, but he's still hiding it. And he's still like forcing it.
Yeah.
And then once he starts texting her, there's like that little tiny smile. And then once he stops texting her, he goes and looks for Ilya's texts.
Hmm.
And then his face kind of drops into like a comforting
Yeah.
expression. And then they both go have horrendous, probably like the worst games of their careers. But to me, it's just so, again, so well done for Shane,
Yeah.
for his face and for Hudson, sorry. Like it just,
Again, awards. That was my. That's I think the first thing I noticed was just that the like every time. Well, I don't think it happens this episode. We'll get to it later, but um, every time Shane's like on the verge of crying, the way like Hudson explained, like his almost never see the tears actually fall,
yeah.
and the I was like.
It's like
And I think that
barely
makes
restrained
yes.
holding it in his tear
And
ducts.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's just absolutely insane that like that's something I don't wanna say you can do on command, 'cause kind of you can when you're
Yeah.
acting, but I was like, yeah, I've been like stunned slash blown away by literally just his face.
Yeah.
'Cause it's crazy.
And like I'd like to note that I'm really terrible at picking up on like micro expressions half the time.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to do it and
And
like
it's
also
that
again like
well.
the camera like the pushing on the face and
Mhm.
all of it is just
So
it's
snapping. Yeah,
so
it's so
well
good.
done.
So good.
I feel like I have like a tag. It's fine. Um,
Oh, that's not fun.
okay. Where is the club? Okay. What does that say? Okay, I'm gonna read this in order.
Okay.
Jealous Ilya, yay! Neither of them knowing how to function is beautiful.
Also true.
Miles, don't blow his cover. Also, why are you feeling him up?
He was
And then
way too close this
I,
whole time.
it made me really uncomfortable
Me too. And it wasn't
because
me.
one, you were not invited.
Mhm.
Two, you like
That's
made a
really your
joke
best
about
friend's.
wanting to dance with him and he was like, huh. Three, if even
Yeah.
if you have a fucking inkling that this man is gay, he is not out.
Yep.
He is a professional hockey player. You, as someone in his friend group and someone in acting who knows that why some people don't come out sometimes, you should know not to
Mhm.
fucking out him. So the fact that you're grinding and kissing his neck in a very public Montreal club makes me feel so. I was so
Yeah.
mad at Miles the whole time. And I know that I've seen a lot of discourse about like, you can't be mad at him. It was fine. And I'm like, no, if that was me and I
No.
had like if I'm sorry, if it was me and I'm making out with my boyfriend who just so happens to be my beard at the time, and a girl comes up to me and starts grinding on me from behind, I would be like, get the fuck out.
That's yeah.
Literally
That's what I'm
bitch
saying.
slap. You
Yes. I agree. I agree. Like, sorry. Yeah.
like, am I the only one who was deeply uncomfortable by that
No,
whole interaction?
I thought it was weird. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Also the fact that like on top of everything you said, that's still one of your friends, like that's still a partner
Yeah.
of one of your friends. So like what are you
I don't know.
doing? Yeah. Also like in the book, I feel like he wasn't as weird. And then like we got to see and I was like, oh, he's like it's a little too much. It's a little uncomfy.
Yeah, I
And it
think in the
probably
book it was less offensive.
yeah,
But also, but this is
but
one of those things where it's like seeing it versus reading it could change your opinion. And I
yeah.
think that like seeing it literally happen like that, I was like,
Yes, agreed. Yeah,
get
what's
off of
happening?
him.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, the jealous Ilya
Jealous
was
Ilya.
like in reference to the club where he's like, I need to go get laid. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I also find it really interesting that Ilya's entire intention is I need to go get laid, and then upon seeing Shane, which again, I think that this is also done very like the internal monologue in the book of like what Shane is
Yeah.
experiencing, like why he's just staring at him
Also, but
is
the way they found each other, like
yeah,
the shot of them both realizing that they're both there at the same place, or like realizing there's friends that they know, and then
yeah.
seeing them, crazy.
But the fact that that was Ilya's intention was to like go get laid, and then he ends
Yeah.
up going back and satisfying himself is like interesting.
Yes.
The whole fucking scene. If I could take the uncomfortability I feel from Miles out of it,
Yeah.
is one of the best shots, sequences, music
Mhm.
choices, facial acting. Every single thing was fucking perfect. The
I
way that the
think.
cameras moved, the strobe lights, which I will get into in a second, but oh my God.
Ooh. Yeah. That was a scene I think it happened for me, but I also think for everybody else, it just lived in my head for at least a week after. Um, also, I don't know if we ever figured out, but song choice was like spot on. Um, but I remember at like the very first premiere, Connor was like, "Oh my God, this would be like a really great song to use at some point in the show." And I don't know if we ever found out if like he knew the song was in the show or if he just wanted it to be and like didn't realize because he didn't watch it all the way through. Either way, genius pick on everybody's part because
Yeah.
there's literally no other like I can't imagine another song playing. It's just
No.
literally so well done. So good.
Um,
What is the
okay.
strobe light?
So
I'm ready.
when Ilya walks in, the strobe lights are on, but they
Yes.
kind of like slow down when you're looking at individual people.
Yeah, yeah.
And like they slow down when Shane is talking to Rose because he's comfortable, right? Like not that he's happy, but he's comfortable. And the strobe lights slow down. And like
Yeah.
you feel more like you can see what's happening. It's less hectic. Once Shane sees Ilya, the song
Ooh,
changes from the
yes.
tattoo version to the cover of it, and the strobe lights get very intense.
You're
Again,
right.
whether this is intentional or not, but I feel like again, not that the strobe lights weren't present, but the strobe lights kind of like flip a switch and they get
Yeah.
like epileptic warning kind of intense with the
Yes,
strobe
it's a lot
lights.
of strobe lighting.
And I think that it's another one of those things where the environment around Shane is showing his internal conflict
Internal. Yeah.
very, very well. Because, like, no, we are not getting that internal monologue that we do in
Yeah,
the
like you're not
book of,
actually hearing him say it, but like it's being displayed
yes.
in the best possible way without to convey that.
And I think that was very well done.
That is a good point.
And then also switching to the scene where him and Rose are like going home together.
Yes.
And it's really interesting because the first time we hear the "this is not enough," it's the stairs scene where you see Rose take off her dress at
Yep.
first, or like start to take off like the sleeves of her dress, and then it goes back to Ilya for like all the things she said, all the things she said,
It's
running through my
literally
head.
this. First off, the start of the episode was amazing. How the end of the episode was borderline. Like, however, the beginning and end of this
Yeah.
episode was just I have no word. Literally insane.
So then
So
it goes back to Ilya and Rose again, and as
Shane,
Rose is yes, Shane and Rose,
Shane.
sorry,
I was
as
like, wait, he teleported.
as Rose is taking off her clothes and walking upstairs, and it goes back to Shane's face, is when the song goes back to the "this is not enough." And it is just,
Hmm.
again, the timing like worked out on like shot to shot there of like,
Yeah,
this is not enough for Shane. This is
and
not
that's
where
him
he
like
needs to be.
realizing it.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's so funny. Like Rose, like a world famous actress, like she's super famous and she's hot, whatever. And
Yeah.
like that shot of Shane looks like he wants to kill himself.
Yeah.
He's like, I have to go sleep with her. Ugh, my
Also,
life sucks.
Shane, my beloved, if you can't like, how do I say this in a nice and respectful way to Rose's actress? Um, if you're having a hard time like erectile functioning with that woman, um there's no other woman that's gonna do it for you,
That's what I'm
baby.
saying.
Like
That's what I'm
it's
saying. The fact he looks that miserable,
yeah.
I was like, this should tell you everything you need to know
And
if you
then
weren't already aware.
also like the idea of Ilya getting himself off with like the "this is not
Yeah.
enough" over it is also very interesting of like I so Ilya doesn't go back with someone because he
No.
knows that going back with someone will not fulfill him the way that he needs Shane to,
Hmm.
but also doing it by himself is no longer enough.
Yeah.
Just thinking about Shane is no
Hmm.
longer enough. He needs Shane. And again, like just the song choice is fucking phenomenal.
It's so perfect.
And then I don't know if I'm reading way too much into the last one, but so they both break the fourth wall at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Ilya is looking directly into the camera. Shane is
Which
looking
is
directly into the
terrifying.
camera, which, yeah, definitely a little
Connor,
unsettling.
that's terrifying.
But I think it's also again, whether I need to sit down with Jacob and ask him so many. Jacob,
I
please
know.
come on this podcast. We'd love to talk to you as well. I have like shot by
The
shot questions
process
for
of,
you.
yeah.
Um, so the fourth wall break, I felt like was one them trying to like reach out to someone who's not there.
Yeah.
But also I think that it's a moment of realization where they both have to like kind of come out of their own bodies to like process what's going on. And I think that the like connection with an audience that is
Seeing both.
it's kind of like not again, not that either of them are coming out right now. I mean, Shane does in the next episode, but the idea of like I need to address this audience that is watching me and start changing how I act, whether that audience is our audience or whether that audience is the
Yeah.
NHL or whether or MLH, whatever it is, and whether that audience is Shane or Ilya, like the other person, of like, I need to get out of my own head
Mm-hmm.
and acknowledge the other people around me so that I can live the life that I want to live. And again, I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
that
think
was
it's a valid
intentional,
take.
but I think like that's how I was viewing it of like it's kind of like this like snap moment of like, oh.
Yeah.
And then obviously like it's both of them like looking at each other like within the context of the
Yeah.
show,
I'd
I
say that's
think.
the thing. Yeah. Or like the whole like they're still thinking about each other and
Yeah.
that's the moment where, yeah.
But I feel like
But
they didn't
again,
have to
leaving it
make
off
eye
on that,
contact with the camera to that.
yeah.
I feel like the fourth wall had to have been
Yeah,
intentional
I
in some
agree.
way. And so for me, it was kind of that mental like I need to stop thinking and
Like
I
the
need to
out of
start
body.
doing. Yeah, out
Yeah.
of it's like I don't
Yeah,
know,
the out of body
something like
experience in
that.
a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it.
But no, that ending was
But
fucking diabolical.
to start the episode the way you did and then end it like that, and I had to wait a week for the next part, I was like, this is
I had to wait
evil.
5 seconds. It was great.
Literally
Um,
evil. It ended up being like fine,
yeah.
but I was like, this is how you're gonna leave it?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to just continue on with my life this way? What do you mean? Huh? Yeah.
So episode 5. Welcome.
Yes.
It's called I'll Believe in Anything. And if you
Also,
know, you know.
props to Jacob. I read a thing that said um the song it's used, which we'll get to, he didn't even have it like cleared for copyright to use, but he named the episode this anyway. Like Garrett, like he was like, no, they're gonna clear it, and like they got it anyway. But
Good for him.
he centered the two of them around the whole that one song,
Oh my
and
God.
I was like,
Yeah, he did. You're right.
iconic. But also love that like it worked out because otherwise I don't know how you. But
Ugh.
anyway, I love the title in itself because
Yeah.
it fits so well for this episode specifically. But
Um, okay.
oh,
Starting off the episode, my first note is, and I mean
okay.
no offense to some people. Can Man in the Crease shut the fuck up? Can straight men actually stop being given fucking microphones? Stop giving
Yeah,
them platforms. They should shut the fuck up. Everyone else is
yeah.
fine, but like, can we stop giving straight men microphones?
Yes,
Please.
we are asking nicely. Please.
But they're like, they're so mean to
Yeah, I know. They're
Scott.
so mean.
And
And it
like
makes me feel so bad.
it's not even like in like a critical like
No,
statistics way. Like
it's mean.
whereas I feel like you and I will criticize players based off of statistics and it's like here are the actual
Yeah, but
reasons
we're
we think
not like
XYZ.
personal character being like, you suck.
No.
And that's what they're doing. And that's why I was like, stop that. Stop.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, again, I mean no disrespect to any of the straight male podcasts that exist, and that are reviewing Heated Rivalry. Thank you for expanding, showing this very queer show to your very straight platform. We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. Anyways,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
can't.
That's real.
Um,
I get it.
I just like they piss me off so much. Um, Also, poor Rose, but also no, you're not going about this in the right way, honey. Because she's like, I really don't know if I'm going. No, you're not. You're not.
By saying that, you know you're not.
Yeah. Um, this whole thing again, very well done. but
What?
it I know that they were like kind of alone in the restaurant.
Yeah,
Why are we having this conversation in public?
good point.
Like I don't know that like it's still pissing me off because I'm like
I honestly had not thought of that because I was too
I only thought about it the second time that I
focused,
saw it.
but that's a good point. Also, again, this still goes back to the whole like anybody can overhear you,
Yeah.
and you're a very famous person. You both of you are very famous people in different worlds. So
Also,
yeah,
because even if you're alone
could
inside of the
consider.
restaurant, what if there's
There's still
someone
people working
outside?
there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
people
that too.
working. What if someone's outside? Like I just
This one though, once again, Hudson Williams, please collect all of your awards because
yeah.
um the specific intent behind when he whoa when he was speaking, and then when Rose went, have you ever been with another man or however whatever the first question she asked, and he starts,
No, we have to do things
okay,
before that. Sorry.
no, you're fine. You brought up the restaurant. I was like, okay, no, we're ready. Anyway,
I have a funny thing and I have a sad thing.
okay.
Um, when Rose like, "Will you like talking to me?" and he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, do you like kissing me?" and he's like, "Sure." Shane. The
This
closet is
again,
glass, baby.
it's telling you what you need to know.
Also, imagine being so bad in bed that your partner thinks that you're gay. Like I know that there
See,
were
the
like
fact that she clocked him immediately is again telling.
but like the fact
It's
that there were like
telling.
I again other factors that exist in the book and like other conversations that they've had and whatever and like things that you're supposed to assume
Yeah,
because you're not seeing everything on camera, but like that's what it feels like is that they had sex and the next morning she's like
yeah. I think it
we
was.
should
I
break
think
up
it
because
kind
I
of
think you're gay.
came across that way in the book.
It
Like they
yeah,
slept
but
together
I
twice, and then she was like,
yeah,
something else is going on." That's what I mean. She like immediately clocked him,
but like
and I was like, "How? What?"
imagine how
But
bad it would
yes,
be if he was
how bad?
straight. Like how bad do you have to be in bed? Like
That's a good point.
like that would hurt if he was straight.
I would say like if he wasn't, then it's like, oh, you're just bad.
Yeah. Okay. Go back to what you were saying.
That's a funny thing. Oh, that was
That
both.
was the funny thing.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah. Again, I don't remember. I don't remember which question she asks first. Um, and I'm sure you also picked up on this, but like the intentional choice to just nod and I shook my head, not nod, nod and shake your head. Um, Also with those cutbacks to when he's thinking about Ilya and the moments of being with Ilya, and again, the
I
tears in his eyes. I was fully,
yeah.
completely moved by this 4 minute scene, however long it was, um, solely for that conversation, but very much how Hudson, I was acted,
Yeah, but yeah.
portrayed the emotions there, and then again the whole like flashback cutback thing. Um, it was perfect. No
I
notes.
love that Rose emphasized that it is
Yeah.
not a problem. And I think
Yeah,
that it's
we love her.
also a good call to episode 6 when
Mhm.
Ilya's like, this is not a problem that I ever want to go away.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not a problem.
Yeah. But it's also, I think, the first moment where Shane's realizing, like, oh, wait, this can be real and people are, like, still going to like me
Yeah.
as, like, a human being. Because I don't think, like, he's never, like, yeah, he's
He's
with
never said
Ilya,
it
but it's
before.
different. Yeah. So, like, Rose being like, no, this is totally fine and reassuring him just adds on to the emotion of, like, he's like, oh, wait, this is real and who I am, but also, like, she's acknowledging it and it's totally fine.
I also,
Which,
speaking of the flashbacks,
yes.
the intentionality of the shots they chose. The first one is the
Yes.
shower scene after the shoot, which is
The first
the
time.
first time that they like realize there's a connection there. The
Hmm.
second one is the improvised hallway kiss. That is arguably one of the most
So,
like tender kisses in the whole
hmm.
show, and it is so good. And then that third one is them like attacking each other, um, and like, but it's all kisses. It's all like
Yeah.
very PG
Again, like the
moments.
soft like moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I know that that was intentional and it was so well done. And I think that it's really beautiful that while Rose is talking about sex, because like yeah, she's asking him if he's gay,
Yeah.
but she's talking about like, have you ever been with a man? Is it better with a man? Not
Yeah.
like, have you ever been in love with a man? But the
And
only
all the
thing
moments
coming
that
across
Shane,
Shane's mind
yeah.
is that he's in love with Ilya.
Those, yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
it's so good. It's so good.
I again starting an episode like that, I don't want to say diabolical, but like diabolical in a good way because
Yes.
I was like that could have been the whole episode and I was like how am I supposed to keep watching the rest of this? My
Yeah.
brain chemistry is already like altered. What's happening?
But like I think it also just shows like how again like the progression of the relationship like this is an emotional thing for both
Yeah.
of them. This is not just
It's like way bigger than
sex. Yeah.
what it started as. Yeah. And that's proving it or
Um
showing it.
but then immediately afterwards Shane saying that he'd rather be the hole than the peg is insane work.
Yes.
And I would like to know how many times they had to reshoot that because I would have cracked up every time I had to say it.
Every single one. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Um Connor showing through whenever Ilya gets like a little insane is adorable.
He,
I love it.
which it's happened so many times where people are like, they both don't look like they look like themselves, but don't look like
No.
themselves in character.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's is this a um is that note in reference to when they're at the bar
No, this
for
is
All Star?
no, this is when him and Svetlana are talking in bed.
Okay. Every time that one and that other moment when they're at the bar, the way he smiles, I'm like, that's Connor's story. That's not Ilya Rosenau. So like every once in a
Yeah.
while, I'm like, that's it's actually so insane though how like you can see them as like them and then like them and their characters and they're the same people,
Yeah.
but somehow don't at all look the same in some way. Also this moment was so funny because I wrote about this in my one column because they're bashing the Colorado team for having a terrible power play, which is canon because the Avs have a
Yes.
bad power play. So I think it's hilarious.
Brianna, I need to be so for real. You're not allowed to complain about the Avs at
No,
all
I'm
this
not
season.
complaining. I'm
Okay.
not complaining, but I think it's hilarious. And like the one thing that's like bad about the team is like something that
Is
like they
real.
picked up
Yeah.
that's in there, and I was like, that's actually so funny. Um,
Um,
so fun little note.
Svetlana clocking his shit is always funny. But
Yeah,
like they're
we also love
so
her.
obvious.
I love how they think they're being like sneaky about it, and I'm like,
Like the
you're
people who know
not.
you best know what's going on.
Yeah, like it is a little obvious. Like,
What does this say? Oh, okay.
okay,
We're getting to All Star. Um, the beginning
yay.
of it when they're in the bar is like so frustrating. Like just talk to each other.
Oh,
Like the fact that it takes them what feels like forever to
to
get to the
actually say a
fact that
word.
Shane and Rose broke up.
I know. Well, Illy's like, I can't ask out right because that would give me away. We already know.
But
He
also,
already
why can't you
knows.
ask? Because no, because even if it's just a hookup, I feel like you could just
It is a
ask,
valid question to ask. Yeah.
yeah, because you know that Shane's not going to cheat. So
I don't know.
I feel like it did. But again, that's like another thing where it's like in their own heads. It's like it's too
Yeah,
personal to ask, and it's like no, you could
exactly.
just ask because you want to fuck him. Like it's
Yeah.
fine. Like I feel like that's actually a normal question. Like, do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah. No, instead Illy is like, who picked out your outfit? It's
Which
like she's
arguably,
not a personal stylist because Rose gave it to me.
arguably, a lot gayer.
Yes. Like that's not a normal question you ask somebody that like I mean, No, you're right.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Also Ilya literally having to wipe the grin off his face once
Yeah,
Shane leaves is like the fact that he literally is like, and he
I'm
literally
giggling.
wipes it off of his, and
Yeah,
it again, these give them all of the awards
I'm gonna start
for
making fake
everything
ones. I'm just gonna be
ever.
like, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. I'll
No,
send them to you guys.
it's so
Like,
good. Give us a
the read
PO box.
between.
We'll send you the read between
Yeah,
awards.
we
Yeah.
can make up a read between award.
That
That'd
was
be
her
cute,
first Razzie
actually.
award. What?
It'd be cute.
It would be cute.
Anyway,
Again, send us a PO box. We will send them to you.
that we
Um, what
All Star.
does that say? Oh, okay. Now I'm back to this.
I don't know if you're.
I really need to start writing my
Oh,
notes
okay.
down in order. That goal connection,
Yeah, I know. Also,
that arguably that might have been the sexiest thing they've done in the whole fucking show.
that's so real. That's so
Oh,
real.
oh my God. Like
I
also
know.
because if I know that it's an all-star game. I know that no one cares. But if I'm a
But
GM watching that connection, I'm going, how do I get Ilya on my team?
no,
How do I get Shane on my team?
I
Like
was supposed to be like, hey,
I know that they're both centers, but the fact that Ilya, so
you can
sorry,
still
we're
have
getting
them.
into hockey here real quick. Ilya playing wing just to be able to play with Shane is fantastic. I love that choice.
Yep.
Also because it shows that like yes, Ilya is the top in this relationship, but that does not mean that he is like in control all of the time. And
No,
I think that it's this like him being like, I will play wing just to be able to play with you.
with
One
Shane,
shows his
yeah.
versatility as a hockey player, so maybe he is a better hockey
Mm-hmm.
player than Shane. And second is also like this is like a career sacrifice in a way that he can make to be able to play with
To do
Shane.
that. Yeah.
Whereas like which again just is so stupid because it's all-star, it doesn't mean anything, but like
Yeah,
it does.
it does. I also
Because
think the
it's a
funniest.
when we've talked about like four nations and stuff and like who's playing wing
Oh,
versus
yeah,
center, like that was a conversation of like, are you
it
sure
is.
you want Hughes playing wing? You sure like it's a
And who
big
has
thing in
the
hockey.
ability or who will have the ability? Yeah, it's a big conversation.
I just
I
it's
do
just
think
ugh, so good.
the funniest part of that, following the goal when they have their little celly, everybody on the internet, I guess anybody who doesn't watch hockey was like, how would nobody ever know that like they're together? Because like Ilya comes over and like hugs Shane and kisses his helmet, and I was like, guys, if you watch a
That's a
second of
normal
hockey,
celebration.
that's like the tamest
Yeah.
of cellies you're gonna see ever. Like there are things that are happening you would never
No.
ever guess. So like, but also that feeds into the whole we can do this, even though it's like very visible. It's like we can do this because it fits the
The
hockey
narrative.
narrative.
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna second guess it, which also makes me very upset because for it to be normalized in the sense of like we're just buds, we're teammates. This is like a normal celly.
Well, I think it
Um,
also it brings
but
back that rivalry piece. Like not only are they gay hockey players, but they are supposed to hate each other. And I think that
yeah,
like that definitely brings that moment back. But also Ilya
yes.
literally going, Mwah.
No, like a big fat kiss right on his
I
helmet.
love him.
It was so cute.
I love
But
him
I
so
love how
much.
everybody like nobody everybody was like, how does nobody get? And I was like, oh no. Like this
This
is
is
like
normal.
the most normal celly you'll see between two hockey players ever.
I've said since before this show came out that like hockey is like the gayest sport in the way of like
Really is.
the way the celebrations happen. There are literally videos of like I want to say like before the Olympics of like players humping other players while they bend down to tie their laces. Like
Who's there's one that it might have been the cat. Oh, no.
the Caps dog walking skit that they
That's
do
what
because that's
that's
also
what
really
told
gay.
me. No, I want to it actually might have been Bo and Barzy. That had a whole thing and I was like, that's interesting for hockey players to
Oh,
do,
but like there, it's just like
but that's
that's
like
just like
something like
how hockey like whereas
that's what I'm
like
saying. Like that's your
football and
normal.
basketball and baseball I think have very
Could you
like
imagine?
tough guy celebrations, whereas I
Hockey
think
was
like
like, we're just buds
they all just
playing.
hug after every goal in
Yeah.
hockey, so like that's normal.
And this also in like an all-star game, it does check out where like they're also having fun and
Yeah.
like you're playing with players that you don't get to play with every day because they're all on different teams. So like
Yep.
that whole scene feels actually that felt like the most hockey we've gotten.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. I was like, oh, the big kiss. Like,
Um, Shane, just because you have sunglasses on does not mean that no one can see where you're looking. Like he is the definition of that like
that's
TikTok
a meme.
trend
Yeah,
where
that's
it's
what I was gonna
like
say.
putting my sunglasses on so no one can see where I'm looking and it's
And it's like
like
right. I was gonna say
you're so
it's obvious.
obvious. So
It's
obvious.
obvious.
Um, I'm so sorry for laughing at Shane, but like his coming out to Ilya was really funny. Um, because like, yeah, we've been fucking for like
Yeah,
seven
and
years.
Ilya's like,
You're
he's
just
like,
processing this now?
yeah, and Ilya's like, yeah, I knew or I know.
Yeah.
And like it's just like not a big deal to him, and Shane's like, stop. Like it
But
actually is a big deal, but Ellie's like, I
Sh
knew this. Like
Shane's
we've
like
known
temper
this
tantrum
forever.
of like, well, you're bisexual and I'm gay, and so it's different. And Ilya's like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
he's
know
just
it's
laughing.
different, but like, I don't understand why you're telling me this.
Yeah,
That line though, that hurt. That did
yeah.
feel
Because
like,
doesn't he follow it up like I don't know who else I would tell,
yeah,
or who else would I tell, or something like that?
but
Because like honestly, he doesn't know
I
where
know that
else he
like
would go
they
to.
had a fun day and whatever, and Ilya's like, this doesn't matter emotionally, and I know that Ilya's about to get very emotional 10 seconds later, but like
Yeah. No, it hurts. I know.
it hurts and it feels like a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, like it feels like a defense mechanism, the way that Ilya's like, why are you telling me
The
this?
deflecting kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. But
hmm
then like immediately after,
This this part. Oh, I hit my table. Say what we're getting to is like ripped my heart out.
I just
Yeah.
I wanted to cry.
I I feel like I probably did tear up because I was just this is something that I think it's talked about a lot in relation to the book, but also just Ilya as a character. He's so like big guy, tough, like
Yeah.
nothing bothers me, whatever. Um, and seeing him like I think it's probably the most vulnerable we've seen him up until this
Until
point.
later in the episode,
Yeah,
yeah.
like so up until this point is like the only time that you really see is like his facade or whatever, like his whatever he's putting on for other people kind of really breaks. And the fact that Shane's the one there to like comfort him and that's there to I don't want to say weather the storm, but it was so it got me. It got me real bad. Um,
Yeah.
but it was also very again so well done. And I want like just thinking about it makes me want to cry.
Yeah. Um, okay. Texting no as you're leaving to go fuck someone is so funny. Like that whole sequence with
No.
Shane like getting ready as he's like, I'm not coming over. Great.
Yeah. He's
Cinema.
like, no, can't disrupt my pregame routine.
And then again, the choices that were made in like the production of this show. It's very quick. Like if you're not if this is one of those episodes and I want to say one of the producers said it on like Twitter or Threads or whatever where he was like, if you have something else to do, wait until you're
Don't
done
watch it.
and then
Yeah.
watch this episode when you have your full attention. Because this is one of those episodes where if you're like on your phone, you're gonna miss the fact that the phone just continuously says Alexi, 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 Alexi. And
Mm-hmm.
Ilya's like ignoring, 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 ignoring. And so when he finally answers the phone and it just goes fucking silent,
Yep.
again, literally all of the awards to literally everyone
I
involved
know.
in this because it was like that sent. I knew it was coming. I knew what was happening. I knew his dad was dead. The
But the way it was done.
chill and like
Yep.
the heart dropping into my ass that still happened there was
I know. Unreal.
so good. And like that's a feeling that you can't get from a book with like that like
Yeah.
timing of the silence and stuff because you
Also the
obviously
way, yeah, like you can't hear anything when you're
yeah
reading it in your head. Or you're reading that there's a silence. It doesn't actually have the
yeah
audible effect of it.
So
Um,
good. So,
but yeah.
so good. Slutty little glasses propaganda.
Yeah.
I love to see it.
I was so excited. I was really nervous. I think somebody said they weren't gonna have Shane in his glasses, and I was like, no, no, no. Ooh,
And we need it.
yeah, we do need it, and I'm very glad we got it, and I'm still there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for whoever decided to keep it in. I appreciate that. All I'm gonna say.
Also, the mock neck on Ilya looks fantastic in the funeral scene.
Oh yeah,
Um, Fuck you, Alexi. Fuck you,
yes,
Alexi. And also Ilya, I would also kill for Svetlana. Like
props,
I
yes.
understand. Um,
Wait, are you gonna touch on the subtitle, the Russian subtitle part here?
I don't have a note on it.
Okay, so I it was like huge, and I noticed it immediately when Svetlana is with like comforting
Yeah.
Ilya, I guess, after the whole conversation with Lexi. Um, and in the Russision, like this, she's speaking Russian, but the
I
subtitles
know
are
what you're talking
English.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, so I forget how it came up, but oh, he's like, oh, I love you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because she's there and comforting her and they're friends, whatever, and they have a history. And however it is presented, but she in Russian says something about not as much as however it is, but like Jane is super lucky.
Yeah.
But in the way, which I don't know if it actually translates correct. I don't know anything in Russian, so I would not know. Um, but instead of saying like she, as in relation to Jane, like the subtitle said he. Like
I
Svetlana
know.
that Jane
Uh,
was not actually a girl he was talking to.
I
Um,
know it was addressed, and I
that small
forgot
little
to.
detail threw me for a loop. So I forget the actual line, and I'm really mad. But it was in that scene. Are you looking for it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. No. Yeah. Because Ksenia did confirm that she said he.
Yeah. It's just
Sorry.
like
I was like, I know that she confirmed
no,
it. I
you're
wanted to
fine.
double check
It's
before I
just
said it.
the most insane. Like that's the same thing. Like if you're not paying attention to details, I'm again, I can't speak. I don't understand any Russian at all. So I'm reading those subtitles, but the
Yeah.
fact that it was such a small change that like she that was said in such a big moment like that, um, I was like, oh my God. Not that she didn't not I'm not surprised that she knew.
Well, I mean, she knows that he's bi, so
Yeah, but the
it's
fact
not
that like
shocking.
Um, she's like, "Yeah, I was like, "Oh my God." So yeah, that was a big one from that
I also
whole scene
have
that made me sad anyway because Ilya deserves better, but
I also have a note from when Shane finds out that Ilya's out.
oh yeah, I'm
Um,
always freaking out.
well, but him saying he didn't seem sick is really funny after Matthew Schaefer's flu game the other day.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like,
But also him saying that, does that not again, like him being that worried and him being like he didn't seem sick, like everybody should be like, "Huh?"
I
I
guess,
love how they just
yeah.
don't question it, which I also love. Like they're just making it easier for them.
But I also love that he's like so worried. I want to say this is
Yes.
the first time that he calls him. So I think that it's so interesting that he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna call.
Yeah,
Which
like because
also,
he's not answering any of his texts, and he's like, "Oh, that's the easiest way to get in
it's
contact with
like
him."
repercussions be damned.
Yeah.
Whoever finds out, whoever can hear, like, he does not care.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it goes to voicemail, but
But the fact that he like calls in the first place
yeah,
says so much about like how scared or worried he is in that moment, and that like that he's willing to risk
yeah, everything.
all of that. Yeah.
Skipping forward to the tunnel scene and that phone call, they
Yes.
both deserve literally all of the fucking awards.
I
I was bawling when I
Mm-hmm.
watched it the first
I want
time.
to say this. So in the book, there's no preface. You don't know
No.
anything Ilya says except for the fact that he, like his inner monologue, he says at the end of the call, he's like, "Oh, I'm really glad I really hope he doesn't translate that because I had said, I basically I love you in Russian, but like he's
Yeah.
never gonna know." So I was completely first off blown away that we got a 5-page monologue. Also, again, Connor's story, the fact that you learn this language and speak like you've known it your whole life, um, is
Yeah.
just genuinely mind blowing because the whole thing where, um, after they filmed the scene, Jacob turned to like the dialect coach and he was like, "Oh, how much of it can I use?" Because he didn't know if Connor like butchered any of it,
Yeah.
and she was like, "No, it's like a hundred
All of
percent
it.
fine." I was like, "That's
But also
I'm so
imagine
sorry,
not
it's so
having that
crazy."
scene because I
So that's what I'm
feel
saying.
like we needed that.
I'm really happy that they gave us that monologue because again, it's a really monumental moment in the book because I was still like, "Oh my God,"
Yeah.
but hearing like Shane setting it up being like, if it helps for you to say it in Russian, like I'll listen, I'm here. But like
I also
hearing the
saw
entire
so many people
monologue,
who were like, I wanted it, I want to change. No, the whole point is that he doesn't need to translate it.
no. And that's that
This
but
is
and
this is
that
what
makes
shows that emotion. Like this is another one of those things where it's like they have this emotional connection even despite this like insane barrier that they have, and they're
yeah,
still able to love each other. And like it's just another representation of like the whole show.
yes.
Um,
But I also think like that's if it ruins if you were to translate it, it ruins the later
it ruins the
I
sanctity of
love
the
yous.
yes.
Yeah, because like you don't get the fact that like Ilya has said it before without him like Shane has no idea. Um anyway, yes, I that it was so well done. I
I have another
literally
note that
cannot
might make it
comprehend.
better.
Okay.
Again, this is one of those things where I really don't know if it was intentional because this is some like deep cut bullshit.
Okay.
The music that was in the background, um,
Yes.
is the Moonlight Sonata by
Mm-hmm.
Beethoven. Fucking fantastic song choice, by the way.
Yes.
Like, as like a classical
Again.
music nerd, gorgeous, beautiful. The whole like the crescendo of the like the everything. However, as someone who is like a wee bit obsessed with Beethoven, the story behind the Moonlight Sonata,
Oh
though like
no.
obviously this is not confirmed, but the theory is that he wrote it for his forbidden love. In Beethoven's case, it was his student who he couldn't be with because she was 16.
Oh my
Um
God.
and so like it's a little bit icky. However, like the idea of a
Of using
sonata
that
being written for a forbidden love that you cannot have and trying to express like that melancholy of
in the
loving
same
someone that
way.
you cannot have, if
That's
that
crazy.
was intentional, once again, this show deserves to go down in fucking history if that
Yeah.
was like again, because no one knows
That's
if that story is real. But
no,
like,
but the fact that it's paired with this scene where
yes.
it's so monumental because again, it is literally that same storyline in their own way. No,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's one of those things
Oh
where I was like, I
my
can't wait to
God.
tell you that because I don't know if you're gonna be like,
No,
you're
I
crazy,
wasn't.
Mackenzie, or if that's like a like, yeah, that
No, I
works.
was. I probably would never have. If I like looked into it, I probably would be like, okay, that makes sense. But that's yeah. And even if it's not intentional,
It like
that's
works
still
out so well.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Like
even
that's like
makes
some
it like
kismet
more.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It just oh, it was so good.
Yeah, that whole scene was beyond amazing.
Yeah.
So well done. Um,
Um,
just
yeah.
I can't.
I now have a very hockey analysis of this entire next scene. Want to get into it?
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna say the same thing I was gonna say.
Probably. Um, let's first talk about the whole like precursor to them actually starting to drop the puck is great, right?
Yes.
The conversation
Also,
with
wait,
Shane,
pause.
Ilya.
This is something that's brought up too. Like, none of them ever get kicked out of a face-off.
That I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But the fact
That's
that
something.
Hayden's like, "Oh shit, I should have also given my condolences," and it's like that's not
Yeah.
what they were doing, but okay.
No.
No,
He's
I
so
wrote in
funny.
all caps, throw them both the fuck out of that face off.
Everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh my God, can you just tap your stick like that?" I'm like, "No,
No,
you're out of there, and before you can even tap the stick, like you're out."
but their smiles. This is another. Okay, this is
I
one of the
know, I
points
know, I know.
though. So like, yes, them kissing each other in a goal celebration, not obvious. Them both smiling like fucking lovesick puppies at each other,
Also, in
that's
a in a
obvious.
game where
Yeah,
you're both playing for your like actual teams, where
yeah,
you're back in the whole rival setting, you are facing each other,
yeah.
and you come up to a face off and you're like, hee hee hee, look at who it is. Like, okay, guys.
Because like
Okay.
Hudson's smile is great. Connor's smile in
That's what
this
yeah.
literally takes the fucking cake, and it is.
Also the way their eyes I feel like are lighting up, like the way they're looking at each other. I was like this. I was like, how does anybody else on the ice not look at you guys and
I
be
feel
like,
like you
what's
could.
going on over
I
there?
feel like there'd be like a halo of like a
Yes.
glittering bubble around them, being
Like
like, "We're in love."
yes. Like a filter or something being like whoosh.
Like
Yeah.
they look so happy. And then I wrote, Shane, keep your fucking head up. But then,
Yeah.
okay. So I wrote like a literal play. I literally went through and paused it play by play to watch it
I love
again.
this. I had the same thought because I was so I despite the fact I knew it was coming
Yeah.
because it happens in the book, um, I very much was like, oh my God, bad hit. But then I was like, oh my God, that's all your fault. Because why are you looking back?
The hit looks really aggressive.
Yes,
However, I'm sorry, Shane. So you win
it
the
is his
face
fault.
off. You
It's
take
his
it
fault.
back into the. So this is for people who don't know hockey. I'm going to try to do play by play in like real life hockey sense as best as possible. Shane wins the face
What's
off. When you win
happened?
the face off, typically the puck goes behind you towards your defenders, right?
Yes.
So Shane has to kind of reset. Shane's not just charging into the neutral zone. So Shane is circling back into his zone,
Mm-hmm.
collecting the puck from his defender, skating through the neutral zone. Shane, I love you. I love you so much. You just passed center ice. You are about to hit the blue line. First off, you should be looking where you're going to make sure you're not offside. Second, you look up, by the way, right before you turn around, and you see two big defenders who look like they want to murder you.
Yep. And goes,
And
I'm
your
gonna look
response,
behind me.
yeah, is I'm gonna look behind me to look at
My
my little
lover's back
boyfriend.
there. Yeah, my boyfriend.
And then he gets clocked, right? But my issue
Yes.
is I know that you're in love. I understand the whole concept. This is one of those things where maybe I wouldn't want them on the same team because if you guys can't be responsible enough to keep yourselves safe
Yeah.
because you're so in love, then maybe we should not put you in a position to possibly make yourselves because also like the
Damage.
fight
Yeah.
that results afterwards, like Hayden could have gotten injured, which I love that Hayden drops the
Yeah.
gloves. But I
Yes.
also love that so we see Shane going through, right? We see him pivot and turn back. And
Yeah.
we see Ilya, which also
The
Ilya,
realization
move
on his
your
face.
fucking feet, Ilya.
I know.
But yeah, the realization of what's going to
Where he's
happen.
like smiling and then he's like, oh no.
Again, another one of those facial expressions that Connor does that is just so
Yeah.
well done. And then seeing Shane get hit, right? Okay. But then I go frame by frame of the hit. The hit is very
It
solidly
is
shoulder to
shoulder.
shoulder.
Yeah.
It's a very clean, open ice hit. It's not interference. Shane has the puck. It is a complete legal hit, in my opinion. I
Yeah.
think that, like, he's going to get 2 minutes for roughing afterwards,
True.
but he's not cross checking.
I think
He's
was it
not
in the book? Was it
interfering.
actually a headshot?
I don't remember.
I don't remember
I'd
either.
have to pull it back up. But,
I just
but
remember
then
his
also my
head.
question is Shane shouldn't have gone down that hard. Like, I don't
Yeah, I guess like well,
I think what I'm saying is more of like in real life hockey,
yeah.
I feel like said player I know that he had like a concussion, but his head didn't get hit and I didn't see him hit his head on the ice. So I think for me it was more of like a I feel like a hockey player would have had a broken clavicle and been like I could play, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Cuz like hockey sense, you know.
That's a good one I'm doing. Yeah.
Um but yeah, like that hit was completely Shane's fault. I'm sorry. It was so well done, but like
It
okay.
was. But yeah, I was thinking I was like, ooh, and then I was like, dude, that's
But
your fault.
I love that Hayden drops the gloves.
Yes.
Um
Again,
I
icon, we love
am
him.
very sad that we did not get the they can see us.
Yeah. I still think the whole like Ilya worrying and being around was still well done. Um, I did miss that line though,
But I
because
do
I
think
feel like
it's
it's a really
interesting.
monumental one in the book. Because like
Yeah.
it serves a purpose, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's okay,
I
I guess.
think also in the book it happens at the end of the game. And
Yeah,
I think that it was interesting for it to happen at the very beginning of the game in the show. One, because like pacing wise it made more sense, but
yeah.
also Ilya now has to go through the rest of that hockey game
Mm-hmm.
without knowing what's going on.
Yeah,
Whereas like in the book, Ilya can get off the ice and immediately start fucking
yeah.
spiraling. So
Although I think in the show still they're asking to stay awake because like when you get in concussion, that's what you do.
yeah.
Um, and doesn't he say they're like, oh, who can you call? And he's like, oh, he'll be worried, and they're like, oh, your parents? No, they're fine.
Yeah.
And he's like, Shane is still talking about Ilya. So I think that was, I guess, their way of
I
here's
know,
still that moment, but not that moment at the same time.
but that happens in the book
But I
too.
know,
I think that it's the they can
I
see
know the
us
when
because
he's over, yeah,
being seen is such an interesting like turn of phrase.
also again in that sense too, where like it's not and again I'm thinking in like the literal hockey watching hockey games,
Yeah.
you never see an opposing player like if somebody gets severely injured, it's their team
Yeah.
that's around them. The opposing player almost like and nobody ever usually comes over. Like they'll sit on their own side.
Well, sometimes they'll
So
tap them, but like
yeah, but I'm like if it's something like that, like it's like you're
it's
on your
not
side
a
of the
Damar
ice.
Hamlin. It's like not like a Hamlin situation where like he
Yeah,
died on the field and so like the entire
yeah,
both
yeah.
teams came up.
It's just like
But
your team's hanging like they're getting you on a stretcher, your team's
yeah,
waiting for you, the other team's on the other side of the ice. And I think it's also just super uncommon for the player to have either injured you or a player on the other team to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna come over and like assess said situation." So I think that also adds into the whole like they can see us because also that's not a traditional. I don't want to say
yeah,
traditional. That's not something you see when somebody gets badly injured in an NHL game or a hockey game.
yeah,
So that also adds into that whole like that's not a normal thing for him to do. Why is he doing that? And
yeah.
then Shane being like, "Wait." So yes, I do think that I do miss it. Um, but I still think they did it well with what they did or how they did it.
Um, but like again, Connor's face
I know.
acting of like he is so worried in his own way.
Concerned. Yes.
Um, this is
And then the
this
hospital.
not the hospital.
I
The
love that
night
scene.
before the hospital.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments where I needed something more from the show.
Ooh,
Because in the book, if you read the book, you know that Ilya's level of concern for Shane is what
very, very
causes
high.
him to realize that he needs to end this.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that in the show.
Yeah.
And I think that not that it makes the show worse, not that it makes the book better, not that it doesn't flow
No,
well, but it's one
I
of those
do
things where I think it would have been like the cherry on top.
I think also when we get to the hospital scene, you kind of miss the point of like why Ilya's being so short in the
Yes.
beginning. And like that whole point is because he was like, I was literally going to end this prior to all this happening last night. Like I was gonna call it a day.
Yeah.
This was it. And now that didn't happen. And like
Yeah.
we don't see that like internal battle of being like, oh my God, this is what was supposed to happen. Now I'm here, whatever. So I think also missing that kind of makes it makes Ilya's reaction in the hospital a little weird because you have no
Yeah.
like basis for being like, why is he being so short and like saying he can't, whatever.
Well, I mean, you can like
But
read between the lines and figure out why he's
you
being
could,
short, but I think it's
but
also
it wasn't
there's a
explicitly being like
but I think that there's also a difference between like, oh, I need to put some distance here
and ending it. Yeah,
because I think that also in the show it can come across as I don't want to be found out. And
Yes.
that's why I'm being short. Like I'm just here as the captain to check in on you.
Yeah.
Whereas in the book, it's I'm being short because we need to end things. And I think that
Yeah.
that's the difference that kind of frustrates me. But not that it's bad. I think that it's just it's one of those things where
It's
it's
one
like,
of those layers that like would
yeah.
have, yeah, I want to say enhanced it, but like,
Well, okay.
yes.
Gilmore to Say is like one of my favorite podcasts, and they always refer to Gilmore Girls as this like rich layer cake. And I
Ooh.
think that this is one of those, that's why I say like it's like the sprinkles on top of a cake. Like that's what this is, and that's what we're missing here. Not that it's like a fundamental layer, but I think that that's, you know,
Yeah, I know what you mean. Again, it's not like top priority, but it would have helped.
Shane is on so many drugs, and I
I
think that
love
he
the
is on a similar
Ilya.
I think that he's on a similar drug cocktail to what they gave Luke last season.
Yeah, honestly.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Um, God, fuck. But the will
It's
you
so,
come to my cottage this
yes.
summer? The whole
Don't
the
go to
whole
Russia.
cadence of that thing and the way that Hudson just oh
Yeah. I was
so
thinking like
well
the whole,
done.
again, we were talking like you see Shane as like this buttoned up serious hockey
Yeah.
player and like he like the fun part like I know he's on like he's hopped up on pain medication right
Yeah.
now, but like him being so like, "Oh my God, that's the boy I like." And like I want him to come to my cottage in the summer and I don't care if I can't feel my brain and my collarbone is broken. Like I don't care. It was just so
So
it was so cute. I was like, "Ah." Yeah,
but it's
also
just
everybody on TikTok remaking it with their little jelly cats.
yes.
My absolute favorite thing ever to hit the internet. So thank you so much.
The
Um,
cottage, it's like little critters, the calico
yes.
crit.
Oh my
Oh, that
God.
one's the best one.
Yeah.
That one is the
Seen the
best
one
one.
with the little puck jelly cat and then
Yes.
like it was like a
Yes.
bear jelly cat and
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh my
Yes.
God, I love every
Yes.
single one of them."
They're so good.
Um, but yeah,
Um,
I do that
ugh.
whole sequence is just perfect.
It just but that okay, but this is
Will
also
you?
where I miss Ilya's internal because you
Yeah.
have Shane who's like, let's because inviting someone to your cottage for 2 weeks is like a love proposal. Um,
Yep.
and so it feels like
It's a
having
big deal.
that again because it just I feel like in the show it comes across very much like we're in public, we cannot be found out right now, and I need to be cautious of that.
Yeah.
Not,
Not like I'm
yeah.
yeah. I know what you mean.
So I don't know. Um,
Also, when before we move on from the hospital scene,
yeah.
when the nurse comes in and Shane's like, "Oh no, whatever," and Ilya's leaving and he's literally like telling him to shush, like when he's walking out the door. I was like, "This so good." Made me
Yeah.
laugh. Also, I just love Elias. I feel like underratedly so funny. And like little moments like that where you don't even realize like you don't think he's going to be, but he's literally shushing Shane when he leaves, and like that's so good.
But
I
also
absolutely love that.
I have to say Ilya's like yes, Ilya's like a fucking dick to everyone
But he's
in the show,
funny.
but he's really polite at the same time because like
Yes.
in the bar scene he's like I'm sorry about them. Can I get another one? He's so polite
Yeah.
to the hospital, like the nurses.
Again,
Um,
it's very much like his hockey player
yes.
personality opposed to who I really am.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, there's like
Like
very much two
he's just a
people
little
in one.
cinnamon roll. I love
Yeah,
it.
he pretends to be tougher than he is.
I love that we actually see Rose and Shane being friends once he's out of the hospital.
Yes, I did like
Um,
that.
Ilya admitting that he's injured to
Hmm.
Shane is crazy work.
Yeah. What was his ribs?
Um,
Was it his ribs?
yeah.
Yeah. Say
Also,
that.
I love that Shane types like a grandma. Meanwhile, Ilya's like, I'm
Yeah,
done.
I know, literally.
Um, okay. Okay.
Okay.
This whole this is also where the timelines get fucked up because it has
Yes,
not
because they
been the
changed
same
him.
amount of time for the Rangers. Um, I love Carter Vaughn. Just want to mention that
Yeah,
real quick again.
I think we said that in the what? The one in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Episode 2? Yeah, we love him.
Um, families shouldn't have been on the ice at that point. I'm going to maintain that that's a weird thing. Um,
They do come on the ice, but like after everybody has had their lap with the cup.
Also, the fact that
So
the
not like
camera
immediately.
would be panning to Scott instead of whoever has the cup at that moment, again, also feels very
Yeah.
weird. Like it's either someone being interviewed or someone who has
Or
the
it's
cup.
like split screen, like
Yeah, like why are we
people at the
panning
cup
in?
interview. That is a good point.
Also, the
I
fact that
don't
they're
know.
like, "Oh, that's a fan," but that man is not wearing any merch is ridiculous. Um, okay. Scott has no one. Like Scott
I
doesn't
know
have
it
any other friends
made
there
me want to cry.
because that team is his family.
Mm-hmm.
And I just noticed I noticed it on my rewatch, but it's like the song starts, right? And I also kind of love how the beginning of the song feels very like it's not like a comforting song until the lyrics start.
Yeah.
It's very abrasive,
It's
and
kind
I
of like
think that
brash. Yeah.
it's a very like interesting song choice to have this like
But with that
very
monumental moment.
no, I feel like the beginning of the song, it's another one of those things where you can feel the like inner
Oh, the turmoil.
yeah,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
because
That's actually really good. Yes.
I feel like the I want to I'm like hope we don't get a copyright strike. Hold on. Oh, hold on.
Mute yourself.
That's really annoying. Okay.
I can hear it in my head though.
Um I don't know why that was so weird that you can't hear what I
I don't
okay,
know, but I
whatever.
can hear you talking through it. But yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. It sounds almost like a mechanical warring between like Scott's head and Scott's heart. And I think
Yeah,
like between like the boom and like the boom, and that
yeah.
makes no sense. But
No, I know what
my
you
like
mean.
little music brain's like this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I got.
I think that it's so interesting to like you can kind of like feel the like tension with the beginning of the song and then like it gets better. But what I
Yes.
noticed was when it says I need sunshine is
Hmm.
when Scott looks at Kip.
Yeah, which is a callback
Yes. But I
purposely.
just
That's what I'm saying. Like this,
it's
like if you didn't
the
get that
whole
song,
but like the
it's so
whole
good.
show is so fucking intentional and I love
Yes.
everything. Also,
Like
Kip's
everything
dad
has a
clocks
separate
that shit
connection.
so fast.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
Also, wait, can we? I have not read this book yet, so this might be obvious if I were to read it, which I will. It The fact that we have 3 years from the last time we saw is 3 years? 2014 is 2017, 3 years. Um, but the last time we saw Scott and Kip was
I
3 years
actually
before.
don't think it's that long.
Are we sure? Because it's the Olympics.
No, because we
Or
go
is this
past the
backed up?
Olympics, I think. It's been a minute, but yeah,
Anyway,
continue.
yeah, I wish they had kind of like I love the moment, and again, this might be explained in the book, which I will be reading. I don't have it in my brain yet. Um, but I was sitting there and I'm like, did they get back together?
Well,
Is this their
obviously they're
first
back
moment?
together.
No, no,
Like,
yeah, but I was like, the there's no I couldn't really even fit it in here anyway to be like how
no.
this happened. But I was like, wait a second.
Yeah. I
There's
would
like
like
a
to
gap.
apologize, by the way.
Okay.
In the show, we only see Scott topping.
Oh, I was
I have been informed that they are in fact verse, and I would like to apologize for calling Kip a bottom.
I thought we said that. I thought you said that last time.
I said that I thought that they
Or did you say that
switched.
to me?
I think I said it to you privately
Okay.
afterwards.
I was like, I
During the
think we said
episode, I said that I personally felt like they switched. However, in the show, Scott is a top and Kip is a bottom. I would
yes.
like to apologize for calling Kip a bottom. They are verse. Thank you. I apologize.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
Kip
I was crying
coming
again.
down. Yeah.
Um, Also because when they're kissing, the line in the song is "We'll get a place far away from here." And that's what broke
Yeah.
me. That's what made me cry
Yeah.
because I was like, you don't have to be far away. Everyone's
I
gonna love you.
know.
Let it happen. Um, Also, I think it's interesting, like again, like the facial expressions that Ilya and also the whole thing is so well done.
Yeah.
Ilya looks like angry at the
Yes.
beginning, and Shane looks
Like
Like he's gonna have a
dumbfounded.
panic attack.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my God." Also, I think it's so funny how his mom and dad are there and they're
Yeah.
like not even like she's like, "Yeah, obviously they're gonna win the cup." And like he's playing off as texting Ilya as he's texting Rose, which he's not.
Yeah.
Um, but like I loved how in that scene with Shane you could see how his mom and dad also had the same reaction as he did, which I don't think really mirrors anything later on.
Their
What are you gonna say?
reaction was very like I could see how Shane seeing their reaction and whatever conversation probably followed in the aftermath was tense and made
Yeah.
him feel uncomfortable to actually
Yes.
come out to his parents.
Yeah.
Um,
But like the for some reason the jaw drop like all of them sitting there almost exactly the same,
yeah.
like visually was like a whoa. And also I feel like that really kind of portrayed the whole this never happened before, this is really
Yeah.
new, this is really shocking to everybody. Even if
I
like
wish we
you
saw Ilya's friends'
no,
reactions
that's what I'm
more
saying. Like
too.
I loved how we got that like all three of their reactions on Shane's side, but like it was just Ilya and his friends weren't really paying attention, which I kind of wish we saw that side, like that happened there too.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I agree with the whole however it transpired after, but I just like being able to be like this really showcases how big of a deal it is
Yeah.
to anybody who might be watching or anybody who has tabs on hockey in general.
I have spoken to some media members
Yes.
about what we think the reaction would be if that happened. And the general consensus is that the people that I have aligned myself with in hockey media are good people and
Yay.
are not homophobic, which is lovely.
That's good.
But we have all kind of agreed that unfortunately, that would overshadow the cup.
Yeah.
And we say unfortunately because one of the
It
people I was talking
shouldn't.
to said that it shouldn't be a story.
Hmm.
People should be allowed to love who they love, and a player coming out, like, yes, he came out on a very grandiose stage. That should
But
not
also,
overshadow months and years
I
of
was gonna
blood,
say
sweat, and tears from
the
every
fact,
other player and staff member on that team.
not even that, but also just like that's 95% of the time like that player's lifelong dream.
Yeah,
So it kind of undermines like even especially if it's your first one, like cool, you
yeah,
won it, but like that's basically being like I don't care how long you've waited to win that or worked to win that. We're going to focus on this other thing that really shouldn't be that big of a deal when like you reaching the precipice of hockey really should be what the focus is. Um, but yes, I unfortunately that is probably if it were to like, happen tomorrow, that's unfortunately how it would go.
yeah.
But
But I will say it was very refreshing to hear that opinion from quite a few people in hockey media and be like, okay, good to know.
yeah,
But I think that it definitely would be a bigger story than like it probably should
yeah.
be. But I just
Again, unfortunately.
the whole like it made me like well up again, like the whole thing. And then it I will say the music cut when Ilya and Shane are on the phone did feel a little
Hmm.
odd, but impactful.
I was gonna say I think it's done on purpose. I think because of the
Yeah.
whole like that's the decision when Ilya's like, I'm gonna go to the cottage. This that's
I'm
my
going to the
mind's made up.
cottage.
Yeah, that was also so good.
Yeah.
But I think that specifically cutting out is like the transition to be like, that's what made up his mind,
Yeah.
and this is like the shift for them. Um, Also, again, leaving an episode off like that, diabolical, literally evil. In the best, like I appreciate the fact that you made me wait for a week, but like
But I
the
do think
cliffhanger.
yeah. Just I'm so sorry guys. It's just a few more minutes of everyone's time. Um
We've been talking forever.
I think that the again, like the intentionality of like the way that music is used in the show is really interesting to me.
Yes.
I think that it cutting out felt so abrupt, but I think that it also is like because when we get to next week's episode, it's really only them.
Yeah,
They're cut
that's what I'm
off from
saying.
the
Like,
outside world for the most part. Like we hear from Hayden, we see Yuna and David, and
that's it.
that's like it. Um, so I think that it's a really interesting way to like show that like the outside noise is getting cut
Hmm.
off, and so we're going to the cottage, and that's like
Yeah.
we're going to be isolated and alone, and the outside does not matter anymore, which I think that that is like how I interpreted the use of music right there.
Yeah.
Again, so well done. It like I do not have a good like I could talk about the show forever. I could talk about
Yeah.
the impact of the show forever. And I also not to be like okay, I know that in like I've said that we should not be speculating on anyone's sexualities and I'm not going to do
Yes.
that, but I think that we've heard from Francois that he has heard from closeted players that they have gone through similar things that he's gone through.
Hmm.
And I can only think about how Shane and Ilya watch Scott and Kip have their moment and they decide to take that leap in their
Yeah.
relationship. And I can only hope that there is someone out there, whether you are a hockey player or not, who is seeing this show and seeing the reception to this show and
Yep.
how much everyone is being connected by and rejoicing over the amount of queer joy in this show. And I hope that it gives you the confidence to be who you want to be and love who you want to love.
Yeah.
If you're a normal person or if you're an athlete, whomever you are, I think that if this show can give you that kind of moment that Shane and Ilya have, then that's the whole point, isn't
I
it?
would say that makes, yeah, that is like the end goal
And like the idea of a
in the
hockey
best
player
way.
watching it and having that moment is obviously
Yeah.
like very like fantastical and very interesting, but I just I think that that message applies to anybody and I
Yes.
it
I
this show
had
was
this,
very needed in the
yeah.
time of like everything going on in the world right now. And I think that everyone being able to connect over something so powerful is very
Yeah.
beautiful.
Hmm.
And it like makes me want to cry
Yeah.
in that
I
way
also
too.
do hope that I had this conversation. I think I said this to you. I had a conversation at work again about this
Yeah.
show. Um, and I hope even if you aren't a hockey fan or even if you are a hockey fan and you're watching this and realizing like, oh my God, it's so upsetting and sad that they have to like, I don't want to say sneak around, but they feel the need that they have to hide themselves.
Yeah.
I hope this is the catalyst for you to realize that change is needed
Yeah.
within not only just your highest level of NHL playing hockey, every single level that exists. Um, and if this is what makes you realize that, I'm glad it makes you come to that realization. But I also hope that this is that start of being like, oh, hey, this isn't exactly the way it should be. And I'm hoping, I
Yeah.
think I've already seen it where people are like kind of trying to figure out what is and what isn't happening, especially in the NHL, but again, in hockey in general.
Yeah.
But again, if this is your starting point to realize that things need to shift within hockey culture, I'm glad this at least is a way that you are kind of waking up to it. And I hope it actually does lead to a bigger systematic
Yeah.
change of whatever kind from all of us that are watching it and realizing they want it to be a better place.
Yeah.
So, also that.
Also, to go back to that note that I was making earlier about the use of sex in this show, like episode
Hmm.
5 is pretty sparse. Um,
Yeah,
we have the hookup
I think
scene
there's one.
when he's going over, but like before the game,
Oh,
but
yeah. That's like
that's
it.
it.
I was
Like
gonna say that's like it.
it's a very emotional episode.
Yeah.
It's a very real episode. And again, I think that episodes like 1, 2, 4, and 5 do a really good job of showing that progression. And I think like within episode 6, you see like how you can meld emotional
Yeah.
attraction and sexual attraction in one thing, and we'll get there. But like I think that it's just it's very well it's a very interesting plot device to use sex as like a
It is. But like,
benchmarker.
and I think Hudson said it a million times too, where like if you a lot of like, if that's what's drawing you in, to watch the show, you're like, okay, cool, whatever. All the power to you. Love
Yeah.
that for you. Um, and if that's what's getting you to watch it, you are gonna like it's so much more than that. And so even if you're coming in thinking like, oh, it's just like a smutty whatever,
Yeah.
um, that's still the gateway to be like, oh, hey, this is way more than I thought it was. And that's, I think that's the point in a
Yeah, which
way.
I think is why like I don't think that people should be offended by people saying
Yeah.
that episodes 1 and 2 are basically porn because not that I agree with that statement, but I understand how if especially if you don't watch shows that are very smutty
Yes.
often.
If it's like your first thing, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's a
Um,
lot.
but it's one of those things when
But
I
it serves a
think
purpose.
when we get back to like you, I think we've talked about this personally before. I don't know if you've said it on the pod, but like the idea of romance being a lesser genre just because people are having sex in it.
Hmm.
I think romance novels are so poignant when they're well done because typically you're seeing an insane level of growth and
Yep.
emotional maturity in these
Hmm.
characters, and you're seeing what you want the world to be.
I was gonna say a lot of the romance, I think also I would say the dumbing down of it, but so much of it comes from like, oh, first off, women primarily read romance.
Yeah.
Um, but also it's so like I not idealistic, like exactly how you want things to be.
Yeah.
And that's
Idealistic.
and yeah, and like as a reader and or as a woman who whatever, like you're seeking that out because that is not happening in real life.
Yeah.
So like
But
it has a purpose. It exists for a reason.
I think that like so when I look at my Goodreads, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to read more like real books. And then I'm like, the
It
fuck
is
did
a
you
real
just
book.
say to yourself? Like it's a
Mackenzie, if you
real
ever said it
book.
to me, I'd be yelling at you.
Well, no, I know, but like,
I know
and
what
this
you
is the
mean
thing
though.
that like you and I just watched People We Meet on Vacation. We'll talk about it in a
Yes.
different episode. Um,
There's a quote from Emily Henry on this exact topic
yes,
that
but
we'll
that's
get to in that one
I
because it's
think
very, very telling.
I think that this show, I hope, is a step forward in people stop like no longer dismissing romance as a
Hmm.
genre because I think that romance is so crucial. Like there are so many
Yeah.
trends about like how can you not be romantic about this and romanticize your life, but then these same people look
You
down on
can't read a romance
romance
book.
because it's glorified porn. Okay,
Yeah.
also actually, if it is glorified porn, why do you care?
I was gonna say, why are we I am
I
the
feel
biggest
like
proponent of like, why
reading
do you care what I
I
read?
feel
I'm
like
reading.
reading porn would be better than watching it, especially with how unethical
Also,
porn is.
yes,
Anyways,
but
that's a whole
also
different conversation.
you're
But
still
like
reading.
you're
I'm still
still
putting
reading,
words in my brain.
you're still consuming, also I genuinely think that romance does not work if there is not some kind of fundamental change in the
Yeah.
characters. Because if you start the book with two characters and they both end in the same place, then that is a poorly written book, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that you see character growth a lot in romance in a way that is easy to digest. And I think that also makes I think that it's really hard to read like a lit fic book and
Mm.
go, I want to change my personality based off of this character because often they're very tragic. Whereas in
Yes, and they're not
romance, the
happy ending.
changes, yeah, like everything's also romances do
Yeah,
have to be happy endings. I'm so sorry.
they
Like
do.
that is there, it's required.
That is the minimum requirement.
Um, I hope that this show expands people's willingness to engage with that kind of genre and that kind of
Yeah.
medium. Um, and I cannot wait to talk about episode 6, but we have already been
Yeah.
talking for like an hour,
I know.
2 hours and 15
Forever.
minutes. Um,
If you listen to all this again, we gotta
we
start
love
handing out
you.
gold stars or something because
Me
this
too.
is crazy.
Ooh, if you got to the end of this episode,
Ooh.
wherever you're watching it, if you're listening to it, if you're listening to the episode, go to one of our social media posts and
Oh, like the episode announcement
not even just any of them
or any of them?
and comment a rose emoji.
Ooh,
Like that
yeah,
works.
yeah.
And if you're on YouTube, comment a rose emoji because I just want to see. Just want to see
The rose emoji, yeah, for real.
the rose
Can I
emoji
just put a rose
besties.
emoji because I made it to the end technically?
Yes. Um,
I had to make it to the end.
we love you. We thank you for listening. We are
Yeah.
very excited to talk episode 6, but we are both going to go rewatch it.
Yes.
Because
I told Kenz I had a really bad cold when I watched it first.
yeah,
So I processed it, but I was like, I had a lot of medication, NyQuil in me, so I was
yeah,
like falling asleep, and was foggy. So I need to fully rewatch it to like fully immerse
yeah.
myself. And
And
also
we're
just a
gonna
refresher.
have so many thoughts on like how the whole
Yeah.
series gets into it's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Yes.
great.
Very, very excited.
Um,
And we're not,
yeah,
I feel like it's a good purpose to be like, we're not done with this because now we know there's two more seasons. And we have all these books to read.
yeah, we do.
So we are
Um,
not ending this conversation
anytime
anytime
soon.
soon.
We will go to some other books, and also if you are missing
Yes.
our hockey, we do have an episode that came out
And we'll
on
be doing that
Monday
too.
that was like the Olympic rosters. So
Yeah.
go listen to that. And we'll see you guys soon with the episode
Yes.
6 analysis.
Woo.
All right, thanks
Bye.
for listening. Bye.